Whipklash Korean class.
Hi, this is me again, Gina, and this is a video about complex consonant. We're in chapter 3 and there has been orientation video and also chapter 1 and 2. So if you haven't watched those, watch it first. Also the material that you can find on my website, put it in front of you. It is going to be very important. So let's go. The complex consonants are going to be divided into two different groups. 1. Strong consonants. 2. Double consonant. Each group has 5 different letters, and those letters are developed from the basic consonant. We're going to check strong consonants first, how to write them down, how to make the sound, and also move on to the double consonants, check how to write them down again and the sound compared to the basic consonants. And lastly, we're going to compare the basic, the strong, the double consonants and see what is the actual difference. Okay, we are going to have this basic consonants as reference. To explore the sound of the basic consonants, we're going to use the vowel that we know, a. And if I pronounce them, it is going to be ka, ta, pa, ta, pa. The last one, the consonant iung, the round one, doesn't have the sound. And now it's time for the strong consonant. You just have to add some extra stroke on top of the basic consonant. So I'm going to write it down this way. Adding extra stroke. See? And again, to explore the sound of the consonant, we need the vowel a. And now we want to know how they sound. To discover the sound, we're going to go back to the basic consonant and remember how they sounded in the previous video. The first one, ka, somewhere between G and K. It is not ga. It is not ka. It is going to be somewhere between ka. The next one is going to be somewhere between D and T, can be soft T, ta. And the next one is going to be B and P. Never F. We do not have F sound. It is going to be pa. And the next one is going to be J or CH. Soft CH is going to be it. The last one doesn't have any sound, right? So we're developing the sound from the basic one to strong one, blowing the air out of our mouth, stronger, sharper, with burst of air. And then it goes with KA, TA, PA, CHA, or HA sound in English. I mean, whose sound doesn't have anything to do with empty ing sound, but yeah, you can imagine. It is going to go with ka, ta, pa, cha, ha. The thing that you have to consider is that when you pronounce the basic ones, be careful not to make them to be the same than the stronger ones. So we develop the sound from ka, ta, pa, cha, a to ka, ta, pa, cha, ha. Instead of ka, ka. Instead of ta, ta. Instead of pa, pa. Instead of cha, cha. Instead of a, ha. The next one, we're going to discover double sounds. Again, we're going to use basic consonants as reference. In this case, we're not using that iung, empty sound. We're using s sound. And it goes ka, ta, pa, cha, sa. To make the double consonant, things are easy. You just have to write them down twice, but in a smaller scale. Again, top to bottom, left to right. Also, to explore the sound, we're going to use a. Making the sound of double consonants are going to be challenging for some of you guys, and some other are going to find it easy. For example, if you speak Spanish, you're going to have something similar sound in your own language, because I find it to be like that when I speak Spanish. But for those English speakers, may not be so easy because it doesn't exist in English. What we have to do, we just have to develop the sound from the basic ones to be tightened, stressed, pressured, narrow, tense version. So instead of pronouncing ka, we go with ka. Instead of ta, we go with ta. Instead of pa, we go with pa. Instead of cha, we go with cha. Instead of sa, we go with sa. Ka, ka, ta, ta, pa, pa, cha, cha, sa, sa. See? See the difference? And if we have to write them down in English, we do not have any other proper way but to write them down twice. That is why we're using GG or DD or BB or JJ or SS right? But it's not really from J sound or S sound or B or G sound, because the basic ones are not really matchy with those alphabet sound, right? But we do not have option, we just go with that. GG, BB, PP, whatever. Now I'm going to show you how to write them down, all of them together. Basic, strong, double consonants. Always go with top to bottom, left to right. Sometimes you're going to meet them in different shape, especially when it's typo, right? The typos are designed, so sometimes they don't look exactly the same, but you get the idea from the handwriting that I'm giving you right now. You just have to add extra stroke or write them down twice. S sound, the double one, is going to be developed from S sound. To explore the sound, like I told you, we use the vowel A. It goes ka, ta, pa, cha, a, sa. Ka, ta, pa, cha, ha. Ka, ta, pa, cha, sa. If it's different vowels, still the same, we go with the vertical one. In this case, it is E, E, E. Remember, showing off your teeth, it is going to be ki, ki, pi, chi, i, chi. Ki, ti, pi, chi, hi. Ki, ti, pi, chi, si. If it's another vowel that is horizontal, we put the consonant on top, remember? And we go with ku, pu, pu, chu, u, su. Ku, tu, pu, chu, hu. Gu, tu, pu, chu, su. The thing that you have to remember is that for many of you guys, making the sound of the strong consonant is going to be easy because it is quite similar to that K sound, P sound, CH sound, H sound. It goes with the burst of air, ka, ta, pa. Easy, right? The thing that is going to be challenging is the double one and the basic one. And if I have to compare those two sounds, probably the basic ones are going to be the most difficult one for you. Why? Because for us native speakers, when you guys try to make the sound of the double ones, it is kind of obvious that you guys are trying something there. Although it is not exactly correct, we can see the intention that you're making there. And we assume, okay, this is the double sound. But the problem appears when you try to pronounce the basic ones. Because a lot of students have the tendency to pronounce the basic sound the same way they pronounce the strong sound, but smaller volume, right? Instead of saying ka, they go with ka, and they expect the sound will be the correct one. But the basic and the strong one is not about making the volume, right? It is about different sound values. So when you pronounce the basic ones, you need to carefully locate the sound in your mouth. Okay, so this chapter is done. I know you guys would like to explore the sound a little longer, so I prepared a vocabulary in my website with the audio file. Try to listen to them, repeat after me as well, and do not spend too much time memorizing those vocabulary. What you have to learn is right ahead of you after finishing this whole curriculum. Do not waste your time. There are more important vocabulary that you will have to know. So enjoy your adventure with those audios and vocabulary and come back to the next video as soon as possible. Alright?
Whipklash Korean class.